Hello and welcome to MOC Masterpieces. Today we are bringing you the Temple of Mars, designed and built by Anto Cer. He has been able to bring this amazing structure that has been lost to history back to life using Lego. He has done an impeccable job of capturing all the details and iconic architecture in this build. We're going to start with the roof, where you can see he has incorporated some eyelets and some interesting techniques to be able to capture the details around the niche. Also, he's paid a lot of attention to all the carvings in the niche, making very good use of some minifigures in there. And then below that, I assume he has used custom stickers. The writing would declare that this temple was dedicated to Augustus Caesar due to his victory over the assassins of Julius Caesar in 42 BCE. And as we move down, we see the tops of the Corinthian columns. He has used downturned tooth pieces, some flowers, some straight tooth pieces, and a whole lot of decorative elements and clips and bars in there to be able to recreate those capitals. And we can see those columns, they are absolutely massive, and he's been able to recreate what the exterior of the Temple of Mars looked like to a very fine precision. The corrugated roof as well looks amazing, and the marble inlaid floor when you first come up the steps is really superbly done. He's paid very good attention to historical detail and used the exact colors for the marble that were there at that time. And now we get an impression over the size of this building. It is really massive, taking up most of that work table. And you can see the chairs and everything beside it. This thing is huge. As I mentioned, he's paid very close attention to details with this, and this picture just shows that he did a lot of research to make sure that the columns and the angles were just right. There isn't much left to go on with the Temple of Mars, but he has used what references he could to make sure that it looked as exact as it can. And you can see these tumble down columns, and on the other side he's got the supports there as well to mimic the supports that are there in real life right now. And we move to these angelic figures on the top. I assume that they were all custom printed, and he has built out the section so that you can see that that leg is stretched forward. This is a really great technique of using some bricks along with his minifigs to give that dynamic pose. And this is the interior of the ceiling, which again, he has not skipped a detail here. You can see that lattice work and the inlaid details in the ceiling, and all those gold tiles just picking out the accents. Now we move up the stairs past the altar where you would make your offering to Mars, and going through the front doors. These doors have obviously been painstakingly custom built. He's used a technique where he's flipped the anti-studs to the outside to add another decorative detail, and he's done a great job at incorporating the clips and the bars to make sure that you can hardly tell how those doors swing open and closed. And above the door you can see that lattice work window, which he has clipped on sideways, so that is a really very interesting little element there. But now we're going to move inside to see the inner hall, And the first thing you are greeted with is this beautifully shaped alcove where I believe the statue of Mars will eventually sit. He's been able to capture that shape of the dome or the half dome really well, and I'm assuming that he used some sort of netting in there. And that curved shape along the outside, he's been able to achieve that shape without seeing very many gaps at all on the inside. He's done a really spectacular job of being able to shape this whole area. It looks really fantastic. And don't forget, we have the pilasters there. We also have another couple of capitals on top of those that are, again, shaped just perfectly. They look very similar to the tops of the Corinthian columns. And now we're going to take a look to the sides, and we can see that he's decorated all of these niches with different statues, obviously in honor of the god of Mars. And just above the door we have the great shield and spears. All through here he's been able to keep that color scheme of the rich reds and golds. This was all marble inlaid in the original building. He has paid attention to all of that to such a high degree. This is really a spectacular building overall, and he has shown he has done so much research to make sure it is exactly as it would have stood originally. Anto should be really proud of this achievement, and this is something I think that historical Lego builders are going to be paying really close attention to. If this is the quality of his work, I can't wait to see what more he has in store. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you learned a few things from Anto's build. I certainly have. This is really interesting and really intricate. If you have liked it, please like, subscribe, and share it around to other people so they can enjoy it as well. Please feel free to help us out with Patreon if you wish. And don't forget about our Play Well Bricks 1000 contest. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Keep dreaming in bricks. Bye-bye.